Hello guys, and welcome to the channel if you're new, and to returning members, welcome once again. Today we're going to be talking about Invincible and my review on the full game. So make sure you go grab some popcorn, sit back and relax. And this is an M-rated game. It's mature, so if you are not mature enough to see this stuff, please click off the video because this is intended for a certain audience. Thank you. Now, if you're new to Invincible or Invincible Versus, I'll give you a quick rundown of what this is. Invincible Versus is a tag fighter fighting game, which means you have 3 characters on your side and the opposing team also has 3 characters. You can tag into those characters just like a tag WWE match, and you get some really nice combos, and it's a really cool game. If you don't already own it or have it, you should definitely buy it. That's a spoiler for my opinion because I love it. And if you have never seen anything on it, go watch one of my or another creator's videos because they are extremely good and the game is just awesome. I don't know what to say, guys. Talking about what the game has to offer now, the game has a completely original story mode, and the difficulties range from easy, normal, hard, and Viltrumite, each getting increasingly harder as it seems. The story is insanely good. I'm not going to say anything else about it other than it's really good, and it's cut short for a second part that should be coming in the near future. There is also a ladder mode where you could either do a quick ladder, standard, guardian, or invincible ladder. The quick ladder allows you to choose from the same difficulties that are in story mode: easy, normal, hard, and Viltrumite, each getting increasingly harder. The standard ladder, however, has you face against 7 opponents versus 5 opponents from the quick ladder, and is a basic tower that you would expect from a fighting game. The Guardian Tower has you face against 10, increasing by 3 fights, and this tower is very hard for newcomers, kind of hard for intermediates, and it's not that hard for people like me who are really good at the game. I'm okay at the game, I'm not that good. I just wanted to put that out there. I was being sarcastic, I'm really not that good. Next in the tower list is the Invincible Tower, and oh my god, is this the hardest thing in the game? Yes. Is it the most frustrating thing in the game? Yes. Did it make me rage quit more than 5 times? Maybe, possibly, yes it did. But is it extremely fun? Oh yeah. The Invincible Tower has you fight 12 fights, which in total is 36 characters. It has you not regenerate health after every match. The only way you regenerate health is if your character dies and you move on to the next fight, they will have a little percent, I think it's like 4% of their health. This is so frustrating. So insanely frustrating. Now, I will say that I have beaten this tower twice now. Just once for the achievement that you get for it, and once just for fun, because why not? I want to challenge myself in this game, and I want to get better at it, just like you should too. The Invincible Tower is extremely hard because, like I said earlier, you don't regen health, and the characters always use their assist breakers, and you can never tag in because they always use their counter tags. This is extremely difficult because counter tags and tag-ins are some of the most important things in the game, tag-ins being the most important and one of the featured things in the game. Like I said earlier, there is an achievement attached to completing this tower, but only around 1.9% of people have this achievement on Steam. I am not sure about PlayStation because you have to pay for online, which is why I have the game on Steam, but on Steam, only 1.9% of players have this achievement. Speaking of achievements, the only achievement that I don't have in this game is Full Measure, which requires you to get mastery level 20 on every single character. 18 characters to mastery level 20. Only 0.9% of people have that trophy currently, because, wow, is that way harder than the Invincible Tower? Is it way grindier than the Invincible Tower? Oh yeah. But we'll get to all of those achievements and other things later, as for right now, we're going to talk about the other modes in the game, starting with the actual fighting modes. This category is split up between two things, local and online. For everything other than Steam, you have to pay for online, which again is why I got the game on Steam. And for local, you could just play with other people if you have 2 or more controllers. Local consists of just facing off against your buddy, picking your characters, and having fun. But online, my guys, online is insane. Now, the casual mode at first was extremely sweaty because people wanted to get good at the game, but now that the game's been out for, what is it, like 22 days? A lot of people have moved on to ranked, including myself, and casual is literally casual now. Ranked mode, however, is still ranked. Ranked mode is where all the pros have been and will be for the foreseeable future. Ranked mode has 9 ranks, I believe, starting with bronze and ending at Guardian of the Globe. Right now I am champion, which is the 4th best tier of rank, and I have about 6,000 points. They might be saying, 6,000? Oh my god, how did you get that, caller? Well, the point system is kinda janky in my opinion. For every win, you gain around 10 to 100 points, depending on the opponent. If the opponent is lower rank than you get lower points. If the opponent is higher rank than you get a lot more points. So, if a bronze went up against a champion and won, they would gain significantly more points than if the champion won against the bronze. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying my hardest with this video because I want it to be very thorough, and I want to say how much I love this game because I love it so much. In the online tab, there's also a lobby section where you and at least 8 other people can join together and compete against each other in an all-out brawl. Now, this is kind of like a tournament thing, so it's not all at once, it is 1v1, but you can make it a tournament, like I said, and you can all face each other, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. There is also a leaderboard where you can check at least the top 10 people in ranked mode, which is pretty cool. If I ever got up there, which I'm never going to because I'm not that good as those people, I would be so honored, and I'm so glad that there's some sort of recognition to the top players in the game. I also wanted to mention there is a practice mode, tutorial mode, replay mode, and collection so that you could see everything that you have. The replays mode is obviously replaying the matches that you had. The practice mode is for practicing, obviously, and the tutorial mode gives you a rundown of the entire game. There is also 18 characters in the game, including, and limited to, Invincible, Adam Eve, Bulletproof, Fula, Rexplode, Battle Beast, Omni-Man, Cecil, Monster Girl, Robot, Elemental, Anissa, Lucan, Powerplex, Duplicate, Alan the Alien, Titan, and Conquest. Each of these characters have their own abilities and custom movesets that really fit the characters, by the way. Like, insanely. They fit the characters really well. And my main team is Omni-Man, Conquest, and Battle Beast, which is an amazing team. If you've never seen combos, I have a 156 hit combo with that team, which is absolutely insane. Out of these 18 characters, you can choose 3 to fight with, And in online, you can have up to 3 set teams that you can choose from when playing ranked or casual mode. My opinion on all of these 18 characters will be at sort of the end of this video, so make sure to stay for my review and my opinions on the game. On order, you could either purchase the Deluxe Edition or Regular Edition, and the Regular Edition is $50, while the Deluxe is $70. The Deluxe Edition offers a lot of customization options, including a title, background, foreground, and an icon for your profile. It also includes, which was just recently added, 3 skins. The Elemental paid skin, the Conquest paid skin, and the Allen paid skin. I don't use Elemental, so I just have the Conquest and Allen skins on currently. With the Deluxe Edition, you also get the Year 1 Character Pass, which has all the DLC characters that you will need. Yes, I mean need, because the announced characters for DLC in the summer are Universa and Immortal, sorry, which look absolutely insane and were leaked recently, and I'm not gonna show any of that or talk about that, because if you haven't seen it, I want it to be a surprise, and I'm just gonna say they look really cool. Alright, now moving on to something that still has to do with customization, the Mastery System. Basically, the Mastery System for this game is that you have 18 characters that can all level up as you play more with them and master them. Because, like, mastery. That's why it's called... Get it. So, each character can go up to level 23, and for an achievement, you need to get all of them up to level 20. Now, this is really hard, and that's the only trophy that I don't have, and I am currently working on that. I have Half Measure, which is get 9 characters to level 20, and I have, I think, 10 or 11 characters right now. I need that 10 or 9 more. But anyways, the Mastery System has you unlocking certain skins and palettes and titles, backgrounds, foregrounds, all of that stuff. And honestly, it's really fun to just play all the different characters and get all of this different stuff, trying to 100% complete the customization and the entire game. It's a lot of fun, and I love it very much. But with that, I think we are done with the overview of the game, and now we can go on to my review and my opinions on the game. Alright. Starting with the story mode, as I stated, I love this completely original story. I love how they were able to make this masterpiece of, like, this cinemagic. Get it? Because, like, cinemagic is a theater. No. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry for all the bad jokes in this video. It has to be done. Like, Mark, I made a mistake. We could be bees, right? But anyways, the story is so good. I would personally give it a 8.5 out of 10 because I hate the fact that they split it into parts and are making a different part right now. I wish that they could have just released the full story, because right now I've gone through the entire story with only skipping the scenes once out of, like, the entire 3 times. I've played through it 3 times. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I did do twice on Viltrumite. My first time was on normal, the other 2 were on Viltrumite. Story's pretty easy, but that's because it's meant for new people and people who want to get into the actual story of it and not actually, like, play the game. If you want to play the game, you can go into online mode. But I love the fact that, spoiler warning, right now I'm giving you 5 more seconds. Spoiler warning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I love the fact that they fight each other under somebody else's control. That was, like, so cool. the thing with the pieces on their necks that are controlling them and are able to, like, they have the technology to make you forget that you're in reality. It's just, that was, mwah, I love that, dude. The scene with Cecil is pretty weird, but I'm not gonna show it. The end sequence, dude, when you're like facing all of them, and then you just come back to reality. You destroy their entire planet, you come back to reality, and they're on Earth. Oh, it's so cool, dude. And I cannot wait for part 2. So with that being said, it is an 8.5 for me. The next thing that I'm going to rate is the actual battling system. The battling system itself, I'm going to give it a 7.5. A whole step down from the story. Now this is before I played any update. That was before I played any update. I just clickbaited you guys. Like, serious. I just clickbaited you guys. The fighting is obviously a 9, dude. Like, the tagging, the assists. I know most people don't like assist fighters, but MK1 I think was pretty good. I don't think it was as bad as people say. And I feel like the concept of being able to call people for help is pretty cool. And I love the execution in this game. The execution in MK1, I can see why people were so mad about it. But in this game, I just love it, dude. It's so perfect. And the way that the supers and ultimates are, oh my god. Oh, it's so cool, dude. This is why I love Invincible, because they have the ability to do this stuff. Like, most of the ultimates are awesome, and some are okay. Like, Anissa's, I mean, yeah, you're slapping the opponent. Cool. And then you kick him to the ground. That's cool. You're a Viltrumite. You can do that. But, like, Omni-Man's, dude. The callback to Season 1. That, oh, it's so cool. And then Bulletproof throwing a car up in the air. Dude, put up a counter of how many times I've said, it's so cool, dude. Because it is so cool, dude. And the supers are pretty good. The only super that I've not liked was Omni-Man's back air super, because it slams them into the ground and you can't combo and you can't tag into it. So that's like the only super that I don't like. Everybody else's supers are awesome, and all of the ultimates are just so peak. Not the peak. He's gone. By the way, the boys finale, not gonna get into that a lot, but the boys finale, I expect more. Alright, anyways, back to Invincible. They're awesome. Obviously, giving the fighting style, the play style, a 9. Now, let's get into the online mode. When the game first came out, I kid you not, I spent 13 minutes in practice mode, and I said, I got it. Let's go into online. And what did I do? I destroyed some guy 4-0. You can go watch that video. I'll put like a time card or whatever it's called in the video right here. That video was so cool because that was my first time playing the game. First time playing the game, and I destroyed somebody 4-0. It is so awesome. The only downside is that there's no mics. So you cannot talk to other people and trash talk and destroy. But that is what Invincible Versus and Skybound is trying to prevent. They're trying to prevent the toxicity from like the MK games and the Street Fighter games and the Tekken games. They're trying to prevent all that. That's why there's no mics. Which I 100% agree with. Toxicity is something that fighting games struggle with. It is definitely a down point of every single fighting game on the planet, and I can see where they're going with this. But you can't do any mics. Like, you can't talk to anybody. Even when you're in a lobby, they give you chat presets. So there is a chat, but there's presets like, GG's, good game, I gotta go, see ya. Like, give us the option to you do custom chats. Even if you're not gonna let us use mics, at least let us use custom chats, please. Because I need some form of communication. You know? But the online ranked mode, I love ranked. I love the point system. It's really grindy, but it makes you play the game more, and the more you play the game, the more you love it. So, I love that about it. The casual is pretty good. It's just that now that the game has come out 21 days ago, all of the noobs are on there, and I just keep destroying everybody, which I don't think winning every single match is fun. Part of the fun of fighting games is absolutely raging and hitting your gaming chair a lot. And I won't deny that I do that sometimes, and that's part of the fun. So, I usually play ranked more to rage more, but then I never win in ranked. So, I don't know. Just give us an even combination of those two, and then it would be perfect. The lobby system, which is basically just private 1v1s. That's awesome. I love it. But you don't have the option to chat. You don't have the option to chat, like I said, and you don't have the option to use mics. That's the only critique I have. And then the leaderboard is pretty cool, and online settings you can enable crossplay, which is pretty cool, but other than that, the online mode, I'm gonna give it a solid 9. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 because without online, fighting games would just be boring. This definitely wouldn't be boring without online because I just love the ladder system and stuff, which is gonna be next. But online is perfect. That's what I'm saying. Okay, next is the ladder system, or the arcade mode. You have the quick ladder, the normal ladder, the guardian ladder, and the invincible war ladder. All very solid ladders. If you want a quick ladder to warm up, you got the easy mode, you got the normal mode, you got the guardian mode, and you got the invincible Viltrumite mode. Viltrumite is definitely the way to go if you're practicing for online, and if you just want to get a game in after work or something. I could tell you from experience, the easy and normal modes are perfect from that. Just to blow off steam, just relax. And then the normal ladder, just for completing ladders, why not? Guardian ladder is a good challenge, not as challenging as the invincible ladder, but the invincible ladder is extremely rage baity. So if you want a challenge that's not too challenging, Guardian is perfect. And the invincible tower, let's just say that for the challenge, it's perfect, but for literally everything else, it absolutely sucks. I get the gist, but they couldn't have made it easier. I mean, come on. No tag-ins, no regeneration, and only 4% health when a character dies when you go into the next game. That's for champion level people, which I am, so thank you, Invincible. But for the people that can't do it, I'm sorry. You'll definitely be able to do it in the future, but for now, I'm going to give the ladder mode a solid 7 because it needs some work, but it's good. I like the CPUs. It's pretty good. Now, going on to the tutorial and practice mode. The practice mode, automatically 10 out of 10, is perfect. Nothing about it is bad. It's perfect. Don't need to say anything else. The tutorial mode. Oof. When the game first released to in private, with the closed alpha, when I played the game for the first time, I went in the tutorial, I completed it all. It took me so long to figure out what buttons are which, and it bugged the crap out of me, dude. In my first video, again, go watch that first video, I kept calling the special moves the heavies, and the heavies the specials, and the lights the mediums, and the mediums the lights. It is so hard to wrap your head around, especially after playing MK, where the buttons are just the buttons. It is so hard to wrap your head And I did give that piece of feedback in that video where I said you should probably work on the tutorial mode. They didn't, which is okay because I am a small YouTuber. They're probably not going to see my videos. But if you do Invincible versus, what's up, bro? You guys are awesome. Alex Lee, you did an amazing job with Invincible. That was awesome. I know they're not going to see this, but if they are, that would be super cool. Speaking of super, what is not very super is the tutorial, and I already said that. Basically, the tutorial teaches you everything except for throw tech. I still don't know how to do throw tech. It might just be the heroic strike, medium, and heavy buttons together, but I still don't know how to do that. Tutorial mode, I'm gonna give it a 7. Needs work, definitely needs work, but for a starting game, for, like, you know, this high, I think it deserves better treatment, but it's pretty good for a starting point, I guess. Yeah. Oh my goodness, the replay mode. Obviously, if you're doing a fighting game, you need a replay mode to go back in case you weren't recording for creators and people that just want to clip their good plays. You need a replay mode. It's a staple. But what you definitely don't need is a buggy replay mode, and that is exactly what Invincible Versus had. And don't get me wrong, the replay mode is pretty good. It's really good for, like, replaying, obviously. Like, that's a stupid statement. But the UI system, gets me frustrated every time. The way the UI system works is that there's a UI on top, which is the health bars and stuff, and then there's a UI down bottom, which has the settings and frame stepping. You could choose to get rid of one of these UIs or both of them. If you get rid of one of them, it bugs the game. When the next person comes up after one of your characters die, both of the UIs completely disappear. You try to do it, both of them reappear. You try to do it again, both of them disappear. Until you frame step out of it, it's so freaking buggy. And I have reported this to the devs. I have reported it in the Discord under feedback and bugs, but I don't know, man. I guess I can rock with just an extra UI, but I really just want to make it look cleaner instead of like that. So, the replay mode, I'm going to give a 6 because it's pretty cool to have your replays, but what's it worth if it's not going to look exactly how it did before, you know? That's just my opinion, though. The last thing we're going to talk about before this video ends and I give my opinion on the full game is the customization. The customization in this game is absolutely insane. The customization for characters is great, and the customization for your profile is amazing. You can have a different title, a different background, a different foreground, a different frame, and a different profile icon. That is 5 different things that you can change to make yourself look so original. And I just love that. Like, it's so cool. You can mix and match. Like, I have the deluxe edition things with the level 49 frame, and it looks so good, dude. It looks so good. And the character customization is also pretty good. Mastery grinding is super hard, but it's worth it in the end to get that distortion and cosmic pattern. Those look so awesome, and the distortion being a reference to the story is amazing. However, I wish you could do like custom colors, but there is a set amount of colors and set patterns for the skins. But who am I to judge? That's like every fighting game. It would be crazy if they did do custom colors, but I'm not complaining really. It would just be crazy if they did, but they didn't. So, whatever. You know? Whatever. I'm gonna give the customization in this game a 9.5 because it's really cool. It's not really the best, but it's really cool. Alright, last thing before we wrap up this video. I'm just going to say in advance, thank you guys for staying this long to the video. I hope you enjoy and subscribe to the channel to see more Invincible vs. content and other games. I'm not sure which yet, but we'll see in the future. But yeah, subscribe, like the video. Alright, let's get into my review of the game. I think that the full game is a 10 out of 10. Even with those 6, I'm not going to say it, even with those 7 and 6s, there we go. The game is still a 10 out of 10. From launch day, it's been a 10 out of 10. From open beta day, it's been a 10 out of 10. From closed alpha day, it's been a 10 out of 10. From in-person tests, it's been a 10 out of 10. And there is no denying that this game is the next fighting game. Marvel Token, I've seen literally nothing about. Nothing about. This is going to be the best fighting game, and if not, besides Wolverine and GTA 6, this is going to be the best game of the year. It's amazing. Everything that I've said is a plus, except for the tutorial mode and replay mode. And it just came out. So there's more to come, and there is more to be changed. It's just gonna get better over time, and it's gonna be an amazing game once it's even stops, like, supporting online mode, which is not gonna be until forever. It's still gonna be an amazing game. Like, I can't stress that enough. All of the opinions that I've had in this video support that reason. But that is why I think Invincible Versus is the fighting game. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hearing me out with my opinions. And I hope to see you guys in another video very soon. Have a great day, guys. Peace.